We were taking a look at Star Wars Epic Collection #1 for the New Republic. This is a Star Wars comic collection that collects stories after Episode 6 under the kind of rebuilding of the New Republic. These are all now considered legends, quote unquote, because this is all pre-Disney purchase. Which means they're actually good stories, actually ones worth reading here. You can see clocks in just around 500 pages and a bunch of interesting stories. The best here are with Mara Jade, obviously Mara Jade from the Thrawn trilogy, and these are stories kind of between the death of the Emperor prior to her meeting up with Talon Karrde. And then, eventually running into Skywalker through the Thrawn trilogy. So as you can see, art is excellent. She still kind of has these reoccurring visions with the Emperor. And it's a really good, solid story. Excellent storytelling like Dark Horse used to be able to do in their in their Star Wars stuff prior to Disney. So excellent art, good stories, really worth doing there. And this runs about 6 issues, so it's enough to really build a solid story. Then you've got some another kind of standalone Mara Jade story, and then you're into some other stuff here. What are Luke, Leia, Han up to? You got a Calrissian story where the art isn't that good. Again, it's varied throughout. A whole bunch of different writers, different artists. This one was an okay story, and you've got some stuff in and out. Then you have a follow-up to Shadows of the Empire. Those familiar with the game, that was quite a hit back in the day in the late 90s, mid-90s. And they did a comic adaptation of the Shadows of the Empire game and like the same timeline, but this is afterwards, kind of what happens to Guri, and it's a pretty decent story. Again, the artists quite good throughout, and again, just an interesting story because she wants to kind of get out of the whole Black Sun situation, and then you've got Zizor's I think it's his niece. And she's trying to rise through the ranks. So a pretty good, interesting story there with good art throughout. Then you've got this kind of Swoop Gang stories and the aftermath of Jabba the Hutt being dead. And, the Hutts, who's inheriting his thing on Tatooine. Again, this is very different than the, Boba Fett series on Disney. But this is well written, very well done. Just some really good stories. Some of these are kind of standalone. This is, a trooper and a rebel. They're kind of stranded on Endor after the battle, and just how they get along, how they survive. Again, this is all post Episode 6. So very interesting, well-written stories. You even got one here with Boba Fett having escaped the Sarlacc pit and all his wounds, and somebody else is kind of masquerading as him. He's got to take the guy down, and that's an excellent story. You can see the art style is really to the period of the time, but it's still excellent. And then there's some good background extra material, some covers and stuff. So this is definitely worth picking up. I would highly recommend this if you're a Star Wars fan at all. Marvel did a good job in reprinting this. I really like these Epic collections, especially when we can get all the stuff pre-Disney. So it really is a nice collection. Anyway, till next time.